All right, so we're going to be talking about Janet and her driveway and how much snow she has. And we're going to move into the opening topic for Unit 6. Now in class today, we talked about Riemann sums, and we did that on purpose. We switched these two orders because Riemann sums are so critical. I needed to discuss them with you live. All right, so the weather forecast for January is a snowy one. At midnight, there are 80 cubic feet of snow on Janet's driveway. Snow accumulates at a rate of 50 cubic feet per hour, and at 6 a.m., Janet wakes up and starts shoveling. Will she be able to make it out of her driveway in time to not be late for work or school or class or whatever it is Janet's heading to? So, now we don't get a lot of snow here in Southern California. In fact, never enough to have to shovel. So it's kind of a funky question that maybe we are not very familiar with the idea of this, but this happens all the time. I grew up in Utah. This was something we had to do, wake up and dig yourself out so you could get somewhere. And there were lots of different ways to handle that, but Janet's shoveling. That's what she's doing. So at midnight, there are 80 cubic feet. So let's go ahead and mark with a brighter color. At midnight, there are 80 cubic feet of snow on Janet's driveway. Snow is accumulating at a rate of 50 cubic feet per hour. And at 6 a.m., she starts shoveling. Okay. How much snow is Janet's driveway when she wakes up? How much snow is on her driveway? So at midnight, there were 80 cubic feet. And then it snowed for 6 hours at a rate of 50 cubic feet per hour. So how much snow was on her driveway? 380 cubic feet cubed. Right? No big deal. Pretty straightforward. Between 6 and 7, Janet shovels at a rate of 125 cubic feet per hour. Between 7 and 9, Janet shovels at a rate of 180 cubic feet per hour. She slows down. She's getting tired. It's a lot of snow. Write a piecewise function for J of t, for hours between 0 and 9 that gives the rate of change of the volume of Janet's snow on the driveway after midnight. Gives the rate of change. So I'm not concerned about how much snow is on our driveway. I'm concerned about how fast snow is either leaving or coming onto her driveway. So, piecewise function for J of t. We need some pieces. We've got 3 different scenarios. Snow without any shoveling, snow with shoveling fast, and snow with shoveling a little slower. So we should end up with 3 pieces. So it's snowing without ceasing. The rate of change is 50 cubic feet per hour. And that's from time equals 0, that's midnight, to 6 o'clock when she wakes up. At 6 o'clock, she's woken up. It's still snowing, but now she's removing the snow at a rate of 125 cubic feet per hour for 1 hour. So from 6 to 7. Okay. And then after that, she slows down. She's still removing snow. 50 take away because it's still snowing. 108 cubic feet. From 7, which is less than t, which is less than or equal to 9. I'm going to clean that up just a little bit. So her rates of change are 50, negative 75, and negative 58. And as far as my deciding to where to put the includings on the starting numbers, it's kind of arbitrary exactly what time she switches, but we need to include one of the 6s, so I tend to go down if there's no compelling reason to stay up, and there really wasn't, so I just went down. Okay, so those are our numbers. There's our formula. Cool. What's it say to do next? Next, we are asked to graph her rate of change. So let's see. Get that up a little higher. So we've got positive rates of change of 50 for 6 hours. So it's 50 for 6 hours. Okay. Then for 1 hour, it's negative 75. 75 right up there. And then, that's really then it's negative 58, so almost 60 for the last 2 hours. Okay. Oh, oops. All right, so take a look at these 3 questions and think about it. When is the amount of snow on Janet's driveway decreasing, and how do we know? How much snow is on Janet's driveway at 7 a.m.? And how much snow is on Janet's driveway at 8:30? So just kind of think about that, and I'm going to be right back. All right, so a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to go ahead and shade this in. This is how much snow is on her driveway, and I drew this a little carelessly. It should not be a vertical line. This should be an open circle based on just what I said. This should be a filled in circle. This should be an open circle. This one's filled in, and this one's filled in, and I should not have vertical lines. It just helps me. But I do want to think about those vertical lines, and I'll explain why in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and shade this in one color because that's one rate. I'm going to shade this in a different color because that's a different rate. Okay. When is the amount of snow on Janet's driveway decreasing, and how do we know? So it's clearly increasing here. It's going. If I was to not draw this as this is my rates of change. If I was just to draw this as line, it'd be going up, right? And then what about here? And it's actually decreasing when it's negative, because she is removing more snow than what is falling. So the snow on her driveway is decreasing because she is removing faster than it is falling from the sky. So that would be from time 6 to 9, because the rate of change is negative. How much snow is on Janet's driveway at 7 a.m.? So at 7 a.m., we're going to take our rates of change. We know we started with 80 feet. We know the rate was 50 for 6 hours. Then we were subtracting 75 for 1 hour. Okay, so how much snow is that? That should be 305, because 75 minus 80, that's going to be 5, and that is 300. We already knew that. Feet cubed. So how much snow is on our driveway at 8:30? Use what we did on number 4 to try to figure that one out. Go ahead, pause the video, see what you can do. So same kind of thoughts as I had for number 4. These are still the same, and that's still the same. And I wrote them all out just to be sporting. And then I have an hour and a half of negative 58. So this is 305. And 58 times 1.5, calculator time. Guess I'm not doing that in my head. I could, but I don't want to. 87. 218. Okay. There you go. All right, let's see what we can do with the check your understandings. We will do that in another video. Yeah, see you soon.